Sri Lankan President Rajapaksa flees after protesters stormed the presidential palace in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka was rocked by a crisis when thousands of protesters stormed the presidential house in the capital, Colombo, amid public anger over the government's handling of the economic crisis. A planned rally, one of the largest anti-government demonstrations in the crisis-hit country this year, turned violent when thousands of protesters stormed the presidential building of Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Several protesters carrying Sri Lankan flags and helmets stormed the president's residence. Video shown by local TV news channel. Two defense ministry sources said President Gotabaya Rajapaksa was removed from his official premises for his safety on Friday ahead of planned weekend rally, with unconfirmed reports that he had left the country. The island of 22 million is struggling with a severe currency shortage that has restricted imports of fuel, food and medicine and has plugged it into its worst economic crisis since independence in 1948. Many blamed President Gotabaya Rajapaksa for the country's decline. The largely peaceful protests since March have called for his resignation. Thousands of people rushed to the center of Colombo's government, chanting anti-presidential slogans and dismantling several police barricades to reach Rajapaksa's house. Police opened fire in the air but were unable to stop the angry crowd around the presidential residence, the witness said. In response, Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe today convened an emergency meeting of political party leaders. Despite severe fuel shortages, crippling transport services, protesters from several parts of the country thronged buses, trains and trucks to reach Colombo to protest the government's failure to protect them from economic collapse. Discontent has risen in recent weeks as the financially strapped country has stopped receiving fuel supplies, schools have been forced to close and petrol and diesel for basic services rationed. Political instability could undermine Sri Lanka's talks with the International Monetary Fund, which is seeking $3 billion bailout, restructuring some of its external debt and raising funds for its multilateral and bilateral sources to ease a dollar drought. Thanks.